Intercultural competence. Intercultural competence is something that they push on us, and we think that it's something that they just need to say for the curriculum, but once you finish your graded experience, you realize how competent you actually are because you're interacting with people that are so different, but since you're so self-aware, you realize how you're really the same. And so even though everybody has different perspectives, it's because we've all been through this process of understanding ourselves and being able to critically think about things so that we can see things in different ways and recognize our differences, but still see how we're all the same and part of the same community. I've been bred to constantly want to make an impact on people and on the world as a whole.
So my counselor is Ms. Condeso, and she helped me a lot, especially with prioritizing, because a lot of the time, like, you can talk to yourself about what you think you want, but it helps so much to talk to someone else when it comes to those sorts of things. She especially helped me to just really figure out what my priorities were, and from there find a good university fit. Some college counselors only know about the States, or they only know about Spain, but Ms. Condeso knew about the world. Especially because you got so many cultures, you enrich yourself so much, and you've developed this capacity to be open-minded and know how to speak your mind by at the same time being respectful. That's so useful in the world today in general.
And it's a very hard program, and not everybody needs to do it. You know, like, some people think you need to do it, or like you won't get it. Like, no, you don't. You know, you don't have to do the IB program. Personally, for me, it was a fit. I think that it's great in many ways. It's also a very demanding program. So in that way, on the one hand, it will prepare you for like a lot of stress, because, you know, it doesn't matter. You can be a really smart student, really well organized, whatever. You're gonna be stressed out a lot. And I think it's important that you go through that so that when you arrive in college, you're not immediately overwhelmed. Like, you know, you've gone through that, you've gone together, like, you know, as a grade, you've all suffered through the same things, you know, the exams, the IAs, whatever. And you start managing your stress, you know, just doing things even when you don't want to, just getting them done. I think that's important. And then on the other hand, I think when you go into IB history, for example, where the class is smaller and people that are there actually want to do history, you know, that's a whole different environment because everybody is engaged.
So I'm not limited to one career path or anything in general. From here on, I see it as 1,000 doors being opened instead of only one. It's very, very bittersweet, but I'm happy because I don't see this as really me leaving graded, but just extending it further. I have earned this life of being in a global community.
I think graded has taught me how to think creatively and also appreciate the little aspects and the different subjects, not only in mathematics, where you get to learn about how numbers describe the natural world, but also in literature and how you can use that to maybe express what you see around you as well. At school, I have to, you know, get the best grades possible because I need to care for my academics, but at the same time, I should be pushing myself in other areas. So learning how to teach other people with English and Fala, or maybe playing sports for a team at school. All graded students have this balance in between what they like to do and what they have to do at a certain point.
I think the big deal about choosing a college and choosing a major is understanding who you are in the world and why you want to be that person. And I think graded has helped me a lot to understand myself and understand my place in the world and in society. Graded has helped me establish my interests in history and in writing and in reading and in debate, which are things that I think are going to help me. And they were things that helped me choose where I'm going and what I'm studying. So understanding that I am passionate about having freedom in my education and passionate about the student movement, understanding how I act when I am around other people. And I think graded gave me a lot of liberty.
I have so much energy and so much like excitement for life in the world that I just want to give that and share that with people. I don't want to be remembered for anything I did, but I want to be remembered for how I made people feel. And I think that for me, when I read that, I was like, that's exactly what I want. That's what I want in my future, is just, you know, to really have real, meaningful, and true relationships with people. We are all in this together. Thank you.